Googling why get an MBA will give you a bunch of reasons. Many of them pulled from websites trying to sell you the program. Welcome to Career Pragmatics, where we have real, straightforward conversations about career and professional growth. I'm Natalia, and I have coached over 1,000 graduate students and MBA candidates from top business schools on their careers. Today, I want to take a close look at the top reasons to pursue an MBA, reasons that are widely advertised across the web, and share my perspectives on which of those are solid and which might be overhyped. Let's start. Reason number 1, personal development. One of the first things you will think of and will find when searching for reasons to pursue an MBA is the promise of personal development. Some typical claims include developing your leadership skills, boosting your confidence, improving communication and managerial skills. Now, let's unpack this. Most MBA programs do indeed offer opportunities for personal growth. They include relevant subjects and workshops in their curricula and often provide personalized coaching and mentoring. But the real personal development often happens in the unique environment of MBA life itself. I like to think of an MBA as a social experiment, or, if you prefer, an intensive crash course in soft skills. Imagine this. You're thrown into a group of strangers from diverse backgrounds tasked with handling high-pressure projects and tight deadlines. You're also juggling tough academics, often more challenging than expected, and for many, adjusting to a life in a new country. Now, add competition. MBA candidates are usually ambitious, so you'll be surrounded by people pushing hard to excel. Combine that with the fast pace, constant social interactions, and external pressure, and you will have a perfect recipe for growth. You will learn to prioritize, manage your time, and collaborate effectively, all of which stretch your leadership and communication skills. And yes, you will likely feel more confident by the end of it. But don't confuse confidence with entitlement. I have seen people leave their MBA thinking they are automatically entitled to success, which can be a dangerous mindset. An MBA does not hand your leadership skills. You have to work on them intentionally. It also takes time to develop and adapt new behaviors. So, it's important to approach your personal growth consciously. If you are proactive, this experience can absolutely lead to significant personal development. Reason number 2, expanded business knowledge. Another major reason people pursue MBAs is to expand their business knowledge. You will hear claims like enhances business knowledge, broadens your worldview, gain new perspectives. This one is pretty straightforward. Yes, an MBA will give you a solid foundation in core business subjects like finance, marketing, operations, and strategy. You will definitely learn a lot. In fact, based on my experience as an MBA career coach, I would say the most classic MBA career case is someone coming from a STEM background who is aiming to grow in a corporate or business setting. Such MBA profiles are usually at the top of the class and in high demand by companies hiring MBA candidates regardless of industry. And if you are in an international MBA program, you will also gain a more global perspective. You will learn how business is done in different regions, which can be super valuable if you are aiming for a career in a global setting. That said, if you already come from a business background, for example, you have completed a bachelor's in business administration and have solid corporate experience, you may find the MBA curriculum less insightful than expected. So, if your main motivation is learning and you already have a business background, a specialized master's degree might actually be a more valuable option. Again, it depends on what would you like to learn more about. Reason number 3, networking opportunities. Now, one of the most talked about reasons to pursue an MBA is the networking opportunities. In our Google search, you will find reasons like expand your professional network, build communications. I have to say, this is indeed a strong reason, but it needs some clarification. Yes, top MBA programs provide excellent opportunities for networking. You will be surrounded by ambitious peers who often come from diverse backgrounds and industries. You will have the chance to meet industry leaders, attend various networking events, and tap into your school's extensive alumni network. For many, this is a primary motivator for pursuing an MBA. However, I often notice a common mismatch when people cite networking as a reason to pursue an MBA. People often use graduate school, business school, and MBA interchangeably, as if an MBA is the only one program available. In reality, top business schools usually offer a variety of programs, and the MBA alumni network is typically part of a larger business school alumni network. This means that if your main goal is to build connections with graduates of a top business school, you might not necessarily need to pursue an MBA. Many other programs, such as specialized master's degree or executive education programs, also grant you access to the same alumni community. If networking opportunities are your main reasons for pursuing an MBA, it's worth researching the school and its culture in depth. Does the school offer other programs that might be a better fit for your current and future career goals? What is the overall culture like? Do they have on-campus networking activities that are open to all students? You can evaluate this by speaking with current students and alumni, helping you choose a program that better suits your professional needs. Ultimately, remember, your networking success will depend largely on your own proactivity and willingness to connect, regardless of a specific program you are in. Taking the initiative to build relationships will be key, whether you are in an MBA or another program. Reason 4. Entrepreneurship. Another big selling point for MBAs is entrepreneurship. You will often see claims like, you will gain the knowledge to start your own company from scratch. But let's break this down. Do you really need to spend around $250,000, the average total cost of pursuing an MBA in 2024, to learn how to start a business? If you are an aspiring entrepreneur, there are plenty of resources available to help you launch your business without incurring MBA-level tuition. In Europe, many major cities offer publicly funded resources for entrepreneurs, including legal advice, business mentorship, networking events, and startup incubators. These resources are often free or very affordable. Now, if you are already an entrepreneur, looking for ways to elevate your business, consider what the next level means for you. Are you seeking new ideas, potential investors, or something else? The answer to that question will depend on your specific goals, which ties back to my earlier comments on the importance of knowledge and networking when considering an MBA. In short, my personal view is that entrepreneurship is the weakest reason to pursue an MBA. I just don't buy into the idea. Finally, reason number 5, career-related matters. Now, let's talk about career-related motivations for pursuing an MBA. These often include career advancement, when a candidate wants to grow in the same career path they are already pursuing. Financial advancement, when a candidate is seeking higher salaries. Career change or switch, when a candidate is looking to transition to a different career. Let's break down each one. Career advancement. In most cases, yes, an MBA can help you advance, particularly if you are looking to stay on your current career path without making any major changes, such as function, industry, or location. For candidates aiming to move up to the next managerial level, an MBA can be a strong asset. Financial advancement. It depends. If career advancement is your goal, financial advancement often follows. However, if you are pursuing a career change, it depends. specifically on your background and the type of change you are aiming for, especially if relocation is involved. For instance, if you are transitioning from a high-paying market and are inspired by the local lifestyle to relocate to Europe, the salary levels might not compare. An American candidate working in New York, for example, will not find equivalent salaries in Spain or even in the Netherlands, but is among the top EU countries by annual earnings. Switching industries or functions? That's where things get even more complex. While there are some high-paying roles that require an MBA, such as a strategy consulting, which often welcomes career changers, most career transitions require starting at a lower level to build expertise in your new field. This means financial advancement might be uncertain, at least in the immediate aftermath of your MBA. The same considerations apply to career switching. Whether it works out depends heavily on your current experience and type of change you are targeting. Some career changes are very achievable with an MBA, while others may remain out of reach regardless of a degree. To wrap it up, I really believe that career-related goals are one of the best reasons to pursue an MBA. But it only works if you have honestly assessed your skills, have a clear vision of what you want post-graduation, and have really thought through if it's a realistic path before you apply. Otherwise, you might end up with expectations that don't quite match reality. At the end of the day, an MBA is not a magic ticket. If you are still figuring out your post-MBA goals, check out my video, 3 steps to complete before searching for an MBA. I will drop the link in the description. So, as you can see, there are many reasons out there that sell you on MBA programs. While it can be a transformative experience, you need to be clear on why you are doing it and what you want to get out of it. That way, you can decide if an MBA is the right fit for you, and if so, focus on achieving your goals once you are on campus. Once you are sure about your decision, it's time to start looking for the right program. I will see you next week with some tips on how to choose the best one for you. See you next week.